What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. And my name is DJ. As always, I'm joined by my co host, my sister Dior.
What's up?
And this week, we're going to be talking about Ford versus Ferrari. This came out, what, a couple years ago?
Yeah, 20, I guess more than that.
2019. Oh,
2019,
six
yeah.
years ago. Why does it feel like this was more recent?
I think because you lose 5 years for COVID, or I guess 3 years for COVID.
Yeah. Man, I thought this was more recent than it was.
I agree. And then it's 2019. It's like, oh, that was nearly 10 years ago.
Oh, don't say that. Oh man, jeez. Okay. Anyhow, so Ford versus Ferrari. This is starring Christian Bale, Matt Damon, Josh Lucas, John Bernthal. Which he's in a role I'm not used to seeing John Bernthal in. Feels odd.
Agreed.
um, yeah, and this is by, if you can guess by the name, the story of basically the rivalry between Ford and Ferrari.
Yes. Now, is it just me, but does the promotional poster, I guess, or whatever it's called, did it make it seem like Matt Damon and what's his name? Christian Bale was on opposite teams?
If I were to look at the post, well, I guess
Cause like just looking at the poster, it's just like why I just assumed they would be on opposite teams and was surprised watching the movie that they were actually working together.
I'm looking at a poster now.
Yeah.
Nah, they look like they're buddy buddy.
Do they look like they? Hold on. Are you looking at the poster I'm looking at?
Okay, no, this one poster, I guess you could assume they're on different teams. There's two cars next to each other. One person's over one car, the other's
Exactly.
over the
That's
other
the one
car.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
And so that's the image that I like the entire like I remember when this movie came out, and that's the one that you always see. So I assumed that one person had worked for Ferrari and the other one worked for Ford.
Okay.
And watching the movie, I was like, oh, they're working together. I don't know. It's just the way the poster was set up. It didn't seem that way.
I can see the confusion there. Well, yes. They're not, because Christian Bale's playing Ken Miles. That's the driver slash he helped build the Ford GT40, which was being built in this movie. How did I lose the word movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm losing it. It's over.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, of course, playing Carroll Shelby. And it's centered around the Le Mans 66 race in France. Of course, Carroll Shelby was the first American to win.
Actually, I read that's not true.
Not true.
Yeah. There was two other guys that had won before him. Okay. But in the movie, he was the first American to win.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So starting things off, at first, I did not really want to watch this movie. I was like, because I vaguely knew the story between Ford and Ferrari.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I knew that it's kind of a similar relationship that Nintendo and Sony have, where like they were supposed to collaborate on something. One company screws the other company over, and out of a vendetta, the other company works hard to do something they may not have done that we consumers get to benefit from, which is why sometimes competition is good, and not letting one company be huge over everything. You know?
Agreed.
Because that's how we have the PlayStation, and of course this is how we have the Ford GT, which I'm not like a giant fan of the Ford GT, but I do know that it's a fairly decent car.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You can get one now. They're expensive.
Okay, so I did go down a little rabbit hole about Mustangs after watching this movie.
Oh yeah?
I did. Okay. Because Ford never really sold the Shelby Cobra, but I know they were releasing Mustangs called the Shelby Cobra because it had like the Cobra emblem instead of the Mustang emblem.
Yeah.
But so technically, Shelby actually stopped making cars in the 60s. But Ford was allowed to use their name on stuff, which is why they basically came out with the Shelby Cobra Mustang, which is dope. And then, yeah, like their premium Mustangs are the GTs, which are also dope.
Yes.
And did you know I could have bought a Shelby? Oh my gosh. Really? Only thing that stopped me was that it was a manual. and I don't know how to drive a stick.
See, everybody, I can hear the keyboard warriors now typing. They're like, oh, of course you millennial. Wow, millennials are old now.
Yeah.
Of course you millennials can't drive a manual car.
I was so because I went to the lot to get something else, and they had it. It was black with like a black racing stripe.
Oh, that's dope.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to drive one.
Yeah. Shame.
Yeah.
But there is a Ford GT straight up sports car, right?
It's still under the Mustang name.
It is?
Yeah. As far as I can tell, it is still under the Mustang name. But let me do some Googling while we talk.
It looks similar to the car they raced here.
Oh, okay. So those are like continuation cars. I don't know if you can buy them though.
What I know there's a YouTuber that has one.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can buy the continuation cars.
But
oh, I see. Yeah.
Doesn't seem comfortable.
No, I mean, this seems like a toy car that you take to the track and do nothing else with it.
Yes. You can't drive that from day to day.
No, it's dope though. You can buy this?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if they have any ones, like, I don't know if they're still making it, but
I mean, it's on their website right now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I don't know if you can buy it. It's certainly on their website.
Okay. But yeah. So yeah, when we first was like, oh, we're gonna watch this, I'm like, because I kind of know. I was like, I didn't know the details of the story, but I know it was like, okay, Ford went to Ferrari. They're supposed to work together. Ferrari screwed him over or whatever. Ford's like, well, we're gonna beat them in Le Mans, which is insane because Ferrari always won.
Right. You know? Always.
Always, because Ferrari knows sports cars, like, right.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, when I started this movie, in the first scene, I was like, okay, well, I'm like into this movie. I was like, wow, okay, they captured me within the first scene of the movie, which I guess is what you got to do, right?
Which is what you have to do, because it's so interesting. Like, when I only picked it because it kept like showing up on like Hulu's homepage. Like, guess what movie we have now? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I guess I'll watch it. But like you said, I was like, I don't know about this movie. Like, is it going to be? But it is like, I was into it. I had so many questions watching it, which is why I started looking up Mustangs and stuff, because it was like afterwards it was like I wanted to know more. Yeah. So I mean, which is, I guess the movie did its job.
It did its job. So let me go over the general plot here. So this, of course, we've mentioned it. Basically, it's based on a true story, and Ford is having a hard time right now. Ferrari's having a hard time right now. And Ford, they just wanted any idea. And one of them said, let's get a sports car division. So their idea was to combine with Ferrari. Ferrari be the sports division of Ford. Mm-hmm. While, you know, Ford has got the manufacturing. Like, that's how Ford became big, right? They've got the manufacturing down. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, so that helps Ferrari, helps Ford, right? Both benefit. Thing is, Ferrari honestly just wanted to have someone else on the table so that they can negotiate more, and they got bought out by Fiat, I believe.
Yes, which is interesting.
Yeah, which isn't Fiat?
Fiat's not an itty car.
Yeah, no, but isn't that No, Mini's BMW.
Mini's BMW. A Fiat looks like an ugly Mini.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen, but Fiat's owned by someone else now too.
I think so, and Fiat no longer owns Ferrari.
Yeah, but yeah, so basically they used Ford as a pawn in this so they can get more money on the sale, and of course Ford's not happy about that. So they're like, well, now we need to make a racing car, and they go to Carroll Shelby, and that's the rest of the movie. Them trying to make this racing car, and they need to beat the Ferraris at the Le Mans, period. That's all they wanted to do. The amount of money they spent in order to do this.
So much money. Honestly, I'm like, but I guess, was it worth it?
In the end, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, the publicity they got. Well, one, even in the first race, we're skipping ahead a little bit. Mm-hmm. They didn't win the first race against the Ferraris. Right. But even with that, considering how well Ford did, like that, had to give them some publicity, right? Let people go, like, because you don't go to Ford for a sports car,
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
That's true. Cause it just, I don't know, it just made me wonder. I'm like, cause they spent a ton of money on that GT40,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, yeah, but no one can buy the GT40. So what was the point?
True. Well, but it puts a name on them, especially now. You did that in France. Now
Right.
your name, international name recognition.
That's fair enough.
So yeah. And so that's basically the plot. That's what they have to do. They've got to build a race car to beat Ferrari. Hence the name.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's a lot for me to talk about. Like throughout the movie, first you get some tension. You have Shelby. He knows Ken Mouse. You kind of set up that Ken Miles, great driver, not a great personality, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. Um, Shelby gets approached by Ford, which this seems like an impossible task to do.
Mm-hmm.
But Shelby builds cars. That's what he does, right? So um, he believes he can do it, and he wants Ken Miles as the racer. And that's where the tension comes in because Ford is like this company, like, corporate, everything by the books type of things. Everybody, and Ken actually mentions that to Shelby when he first approaches him to join him with it, because he's like, okay, they've got their lawyers and they're all going to be all on you about doing this, and it's like they're not going to let you do it.
Yeah.
And there was one person like that. That was Josh Lucas playing Leo.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Like, if there was a person you can hate more in this movie,
yes.
Oh my goodness, horrible. He's like the second in command at Ford.
Yeah, just always interfering. Don't push the car to the limit. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, are we trying to win or not?
Yeah, just he's working again, and I guess I don't know why he's working again. Well, I know why, because Ken Miles told him that Fords were trash, basically. Well,
I mean, they do stand for found on road dead, so.
So he had like a vendetta against him, but I'm like, I don't know, you're sabotaging the company for this.
Yeah, that's kind of silly, right? Like, I mean, is it more important for you to win, or this is like, oh, I don't like this guy, I would rather lose than have this guy help us win? It's so silly.
Yeah. So, goodness. Yeah. So you get some of that in the story. So that's where some of the tension comes from. Actually, that's pretty much where all the tension comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, is them struggling with the corporatism of Ford as they try to build this car.
Yes.
As far as the way the movie goes, I mean, they've made the racing scenes interesting, to watch. Love a good racing movie, I guess.
How many racing movies have you seen?
I don't know, but I guess I like machines. Okay.
No, I thought it was very well done, and like I like cars, so this was right up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like machines. It's probably why I like Top Gun so much. It was the planes, not the movie itself. I'm like, I just become a little kid. I'm like, ooh, planes. So here.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, the racing scenes were interesting. I'm like, back in the day, I'm like, gosh, guys, these don't look safe to drive at all.
No, definitely not.
I was like, they got these little helmets on. I'm like, I'm sure that is not saving you in a car accident.
Helmet ain't doing nothing. Just like
maybe if you fall off a bike, I don't know. I'm like, what is that? So yeah. Those scenes were good. The characters, based on true story, but obviously there are liberties taken with characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can still say well written. I believe. I don't think anyone really bogged down the movie.
No.
Yeah. Everybody had their personality. Henry Ford II, as pompous as you would expect him to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got that. Obviously, Christian Bale and Matt Damon did excellent in their role. Would you expect less from those two? Not really.
No. So, yeah.
Yeah. pretty well put together.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll go over the movie, huh?
Is that not what you just did?
Sort of.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
don't
know. Okay. Just tell me where you're going.
What do I want to mention? Okay, I guess there are some key points I want to mention. One, you had with them testing the car. Man, they had a lot of troubles. They definitely didn't have enough time to do these things. I mean, how many times does the Le Mans do they do once a year?
It's once a year. So one thing that I don't remember what happened in between, because they had the 24-hour Daytona.
Yeah.
And because that's when Shelby was like, if we don't win, then you will have my company, which I'm like, no. Actually, I never found out if that actually happened or not. I'm gonna assume not. But there was actually 6 months between that and the Le Mans.
Okay.
And then the movie made it seem like they were closer together.
Yeah, so that became a big thing because the first time they only had 3 months, I think, the first time.
Yeah.
Which 3 months to build a car, great design and build a car. So the first time they did not let Miles go because they didn't like his attitude or
basically,
whatever.
Yeah.
He's your best racer. What's his attitude gonna do inside of the car?
Right. He only has one job, and that's the race.
Yeah.
Like, dislike him outside the car.
Yeah. I don't like. Obviously, what can he do against you driving the car?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, unless he refused to drive, which would be stupid.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that. But they didn't let him race. And they were gonna do it again. So they obviously lost that first race. Because the driver's not that good, and plus the car needed some work. And they were going to do it again, basically.
Yeah.
Well, Ford, after losing the first race, he says, why shouldn't I shut all this down? Basically, you wasting my time and money. Which Shelby was a pretty good salesman. He's a salesman. Convinces him so that he only answers to Ford. But somehow Leo wiggles his way in.
That's what he does, yeah.
Yeah, which was so annoying. So he wants to get rid of Miles again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they had that race. Or he had to win the race at Daytona.
Yeah.
Because Ford gave him that. He said, okay, if you win the race in Daytona,
you can race in the Le Mans.
And then he can race in the Le Mans. And then Shelby offered up this company, which, like you said,
yeah,
I don't know, you got faith in him.
Yeah.
But I have to say about that scene, really cool scene. It's funny because my wife comes in at the end, and so basically what they do is they get Ford to get into the GT, and Shelby drives him around the track, right, just to show him the power of the car.
Yeah.
And Ford is brought to tears because of it, right? And you can't imagine, because if Henry Ford Sr., think about the Model T, he would not have in a million years imagined the Ford GT.
That's pretty amazing. That's a long way to come to imagine, this is what cars can do now.
Yeah.
Besides, you guys, sputtering along dirt roads or whatever, and it's it would have been mind-blowing for him.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so it's funny, my wife comes in at while he's tearing up, and she was looking a little confused at first, and I was like, unless I have driven some of these sports cars, and I have to say, it is a crazy feeling.
It's an amazing feeling,
yes.
to feel just the power of the engine and what that car can do. And then if you're in a true sports car, to feel it hug, you could feel it hugging the road.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just the roar of the engine, just the power just vibrating throughout the car. It's great. You're you can get a Toyota. Yeah, okay. But it's not as fun.
It's not.
Yeah.
Something about that muscle,
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that scene. It was pretty powerful, and it had some meaning behind it. Like we said, Henry Ford has so many flaws in his own right, but still in what he was able to do with the Model T, starting things off, especially with production of cars. Could not imagine from there did you get here,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Great scene. But, yeah, so that's why they had to win Daytona. Which, I don't know, what's the circuit called? What's this, S something?
Oh, I don't know, because it includes 3 races. So it's the Daytona, the Sebring, which they didn't bring up in the movie.
Yeah.
And then Le Mans is the last one, because they were saying like Ken Miles could have had the Triple Crown.
Yes, right. Because apparently he won Sebring.
Right. Yeah. But then they pulled some shenanigans at the Le Mans.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the Le Mans.
Yeah.
Messed up. I was wondering, they were talking throughout the movie 24-hour race, and I was like, ain't no way somebody driving a car for 24 hours. But they switched drivers. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay.
I agree, because I was just like, what? Like, how are we doing that?
I'm like, oh, but the car has to go for 24 hours.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a relay race.
Yeah, which is kind of grueling, to be honest, for the car. Like, you driving at 200 miles an hour, basically, for 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. That's why, like, you've seen the movie, like, the cars were just falling apart because they're not designed, because that car's going to take a beating.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that engine cannot be used.
Yeah.
After this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But okay, so after that, of course, we do get Ken Miles in the Le Mans, that was the whole third act of this movie, is just the Le Mans race, which super interesting to watch, I have to admit. First of all, they have to run to their cars. Why?
I don't know. It made me think like, oh, this is why NASCAR has the race before the race to see what position you're in.
Yeah.
To have to run to your car, decide like, oh, now I'm in first because I'm a fast runner, is ridiculous.
It's silly. Yeah.
It's very silly.
And I'm like, are you just asking for someone to get run over by a car? Was that? Because it had to have happened in the Le Mans at some point.
You know what? That's a good point. But you know what? The 60 isn't really known for safety.
Oh, yeah. Well, we see the cars. So I'm going to say no. Plus, like, there was a lot of crashing.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, very interesting to see. His door doesn't close at first.
Yeah. I'd like, just hold it closed, but that wouldn't have worked. But...
Yeah, I was thinking, like, can't you? But no, those cars are hard. Like, yeah, you can drive with one hand in a regular car, not going at 200 miles an hour.
I wouldn't recommend it, no.
No. He needs both his hands. Yeah. So he starts off behind, but he's such a good driver that he makes it up. But we forgot to mention there was a problem with their brakes. Oh
yeah, I wanted to bring that up later about the brake system that they came up with.
Oh yeah,
because it's like obviously we said a 24-hour race eating up your car, right?
Yeah,
your brakes are shot, so they came over like a whole brake replacement system.
Yeah, I saw it was like an easy change, right?
Yeah, so basically it's like the whole thing is on this assembly, so you can snatch one out and put one in, and now you have fresh brakes. Amazing.
Yeah.
We should do that for all cars.
Be pretty good. Yeah, so they had the brake problems. The first time it showed up was when they were practicing with the car, and he crashed, and the car caught on fire.
Yes.
And he was saved, obviously. They made a point to say, well, as long as because they have a flame retardant suit, as long as they can get out of the car, they're fine.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
I should have known. I did not.
I'm gonna mention this later on, but yeah, but so the brakes have a bit of a problem. So he falls a lap behind the leader.
Yeah.
But since they plan to change the whole brake assembly, they're able to catch back up, which again, pretty dope to be able to change that. And apparently there was nothing in the rule book about it.
Oh.
Because I guess they would think who's changing brakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty good. And then of course, okay, so our second in command, Leo, again, wants to mess things up. One, he tried to first tell him to slow down.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, so you want him to fail? I don't understand. The whole point is for Ford to beat Ferrari.
Yeah, so it seemed like doing my research is like they were concerned about like pushing the cars to their limit.
Well, we're gonna have to.
Basically, like if you want to win, you have to.
Yeah, what else are you gonna do with the car after this? Why not push it to the limit?
I don't know, but
well, I mean, even Miles explained it. He said it's like you have to know where the limit is in order to take it to the limit. Like it's got to survive the 24 hours.
Yes.
But we got to put it up to that line so you can win surviving the 24 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, that guy was annoying. Mm-hmm. And then after he catches back up, right? So he's in the lead now, and then he wants Miles to slow down so that all three Fords can cross the finish line at the same time. Which, okay, yeah, for a photo op, yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, it looks great. Very great. Yeah,
but it's like just let them cross the finish. Who cares? Yeah. It would still been Ford 1, 2, and 3. They have to cross the finish line at the same time.
Yeah, like why do we need to be tied? But then of course they end up not being tied, and you just snatch the victory from this guy.
Yeah, which of course he made it seem like you mentioned, like for the photo op or whatever. Yeah. But nope. Again, he has this little sly thing. So apparently at Le Mans, if you start further back, then that counts for you. So if it's a tie, the person that starts further back is actually the winner.
Because it's distance.
Yeah.
They're counting the distance driven.
So even though they're on the same team, the Fords do cross the line at the same time, but his teammate started further back. So his teammate gets the first place win, robbing him of the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, we can try it again, which of course we don't. Because I was going to mention, as I watched this, I was like, what? Why? Every time is this based on a true story? Why does the person have to die?
Is that always true?
Probably not, but I'm going to say it is.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I'm like, why do they always die? So, of course, while they're testing the GT40, it crashes again.
It wasn't a GT40. Oh, you mean when he died?
Yeah.
No, it was a J car that crashed. Okay.
So it crashes, and he didn't get out of the car this time.
Yeah.
So he dies.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is how the movie ends.
I'm like, why?
You know what? I realized
in the movie on the win, and then just give me credits that Ken Miles died suddenly or something, or just don't tell me. I don't need to know.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna die. He's like, okay, so after the race. And I'm like, oh, there's another scene. And I was like, there's really no reason for another scene. Yeah. Unless something bad is getting ready to happen to this guy.
Well, when they started that scene and he's getting in, and you know what the movies do, I'm like, is he going to die here? And he did. And I'm like, man, that sucks.
Agreed.
And he died in front of his kid.
Yeah, that is awful.
Who was already scared because he saw his father crash and catch on fire earlier.
Yeah, and then took this guy to be like, oh, it's okay. These things happen. He has a fireproof suit on. As long as he gets out the car. And he doesn't get out the car.
And see, this is why these cars aren't safe. Obviously, why do you keep crashing and catching on fire?
They are not safe, no.
Not safe at all.
No.
So, yeah. But that ends the movie. Surprisingly better than I was expecting, I would say.
I would agree. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Any random movie facts?
I do have some. I have some things that's going to separate fact from fiction.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so casting. I thought this was interesting. So I don't know in what year this would have been. But there was an earlier version of the movie where Michael Mann was a director.
Okay.
That would have been interesting. But it had Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
I would have worked. So Tom Cruise is it Ken Miles? I
think so, and Brad Pitt is Shelby.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Yeah, I definitely think you can definitely swap Matt Damon and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. So I was like, oh, it seems like that would still be basically the same. Except for Michael Mann. Michael Mann's an interesting choice.
Yeah. Also, can Tom Cruise do a British accent?
Probably not.
Yeah. Best to get the person with it naturally, huh?
I would think so, yes. Yeah. Okay, so some movie facts. So in order to recreate the Le Mans circuit, they actually shot at 5 different locations and sort of stitched them together to make it look like what it looked like back in 1960.
Gotcha.
But that was kind of hard because, time of day and weather and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good because I would not have noticed there were 5 different areas. So
no, yeah. I would say that was good.
Yeah. So all of the race cars was custom built to look like the real counterparts because obviously these cars are worth a lot of money now, and there's no way you're going to use them in a movie.
Oh yeah, you're not No, there's no way.
Yeah.
Cost $6 million back then.
Yeah.
And can't tell what it's worth now. Jeez.
Yeah.
Especially like the ones, like the models from that time.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, so originally we talked about this a little bit in the movie, how the Fords were not being able to compete and I mean, they were competing, but they were losing. The cars were bringing down or whatever. Yeah. So basically, it turned out the problem was the engines because Ford was developing big engines. Like these were V8s.
Yeah.
But there was like the rest of the system couldn't handle the engine, and that's why the car was failing.
Okay. Miles said that at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
He said, let's just redo the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what Carroll Shelby was able to help them figure out. And then the movie made it seem like it was pretty much just him and Ken, but obviously there was a whole team of people that were working on it.
Yeah.
So apparently the Le Mans is super dangerous for the spectators and the drivers.
Well, did you see the cars crashing?
I know, but I wanted to know more about it. But apparently there was a crash in 1955 where 83 people died.
Oh my God. That's
and
horrible.
I was like, I need more details, but I didn't find more details.
Yeah, this is a great race, guys. Let's keep doing it.
I'm guessing like a car had to have like flew into the stands. Or something.
Either flew into the stands or caught on fire or something like that.
Yeah. Because it's like now, like I don't know what the Le Mans looks like now, but like NASCAR, there's, fencing or whatever to protect the people.
Let's not kill the audience.
I assume they're protected,
and hopefully not the driver either. That'll be nice.
Yeah. So. Wait, I want to say that for last. Okay, so if I don't know if it was made clear, maybe they brought it up, but when Carroll Shelby won the Le Mans, he was in an Aston Martin.
Ah, okay. No, I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either, but yeah, he was in an Aston Martin. So, Ken's salary was $200 a day. Mm-hmm. That would have been equivalent in 2019. That'd have been $1,620.
Ooh.
Which would have been if, let's say, he worked a regular work week. He had made about $405,000 a year.
Nice. No, I see. That's why his wife was immediately not upset anymore. She's like, I thought you said you were quitting. $200 a day. She's like, oh, really? Okay. No, he's like, but I'm still thinking about it. Are you?
She's like, no, we're not. There's no more thinking at this point. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but then he did die. It, so.
Not the race though. Yeah. But I guess he was supposed to be completely done with cars.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does.
Yeah. So the GT40 ended up winning the Le Mans 4 years in a row, which I think they mentioned at the end of the movie.
Through 1969.
Yes. So apparently people were not too happy that Americans were winning the European race. So they started changing the rules so that the GT40 would be at a disadvantage, including a limit on engine size.
Really?
Yeah, so therefore the GT40 couldn't even be entered into the race again.
Wow, that's petty.
It's
Come
super petty, right?
Come on. Look, it should all be in good faith. I understand the arrogant Americans, guys. I get it, okay? Mm-hmm. I have seen some of my fellow citizens here. But come on, if they're winning legitimately, don't be all mad about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just so but to change the rules, that's super petty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about the photo finish. A couple of things about that. It wasn't really a photo finish because one car was 60 feet behind the other car.
Yeah.
So they weren't tied, and then like you said, it was distance traveled and not just we finished at the same time. And then the third car was actually a couple of laps behind, so it was stupid.
It still had to go around a few times.
Yeah, so okay, you guys all crossed at the same time, but it wasn't a 1-2-3 win.
I was thinking that because he was way ahead, and then even after they asked him to do it, he did his fastest lap, which I think that was just for him. Mm-hmm. Which means he probably lapped them again.
Yeah.
So when they crossed the finish line in the movie, they were like, "Yeah, that's it," and I'm like, "Wait, wouldn't the other two still have like a couple more laps?"
But the race is over.
Oh, the race is over.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but I guess the 1 and 2 was forced. The car number 3, I don't know. He probably finished dead last. I don't know who the third place winner was.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like, that's so silly. And then like this dude had to slow down to let the other people catch up. Just let him win.
Team player.
Yeah, I guess. I'd have been like, nah, I'm not doing. That's silly. I'm
It
not
really
doing that.
was no point to it.
No.
Especially since he was the only one up for a Triple Crown. I can see if it was like one of the other ones, just like, hey, can you roll back so he can get a Triple Crown, or something like that. But he was the one that was up for it.
Yeah, so I don't get it. Yeah. Like I'd have said no. And I was hoping he said no, but he didn't.
I think he originally wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't benefit from doing it.
Yeah.
Just so Ford can look good, I guess. Okay, so let's talk about this car crash a little bit. In the movie, it was depicted that the car crashed and he didn't get out and it caught on fire. Yeah. So that's not exactly how it happened.
All right.
So apparently he was ejected from the car.
Oh.
But they weren't so they hadn't been able to really determine what happened because the car pretty much just pieces. So it seemed like that maybe they're assuming that the wheels had locked up and while he was on the turn, and that's what caused it to crash, and then he was ejected out of it and died.
You didn't have the little safety harness? Oh, it was 60s. They didn't have a safety harness, did they?
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, when did the rule for seatbelts come out in like 1980? Yeah. So they probably didn't
race cars have harnesses.
They do now.
Okay.
I don't know if that was true back then. Someone else can yell at us and tell us how dumb we are, but
probably not. It's the 1960s. They had like a thing for you to hang your baby out of the car or whatever. I don't know. No, literally, it was this thing for your dogs. Like it was like a little sack you put on the side of the car.
Why would you need that?
I don't know.
No, you made that up. That is not a thing.
I did not. There's a dog sack to put on the side of the car.
Those cars are huge. Yeah. Did you not also have room for your dog?
I don't know, man. Maybe not. They were huge. They definitely.
They were huge.
Yeah.
That's silly.
There's also a baby cage you can hang outside of your apartment window.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. Why would you put your baby in a cage?
Outside of the window.
Like, what are you doing where this baby not only needs to be in the cage, but out the window?
I don't know. Well, smoking was a big thing, so maybe it was so the baby wasn't in the house with the bad air quality.
Or how about you smoke outside and leave your baby inside and not in cage?
Listen, remember, this was the time when they were telling everybody that cigarettes helped you lose weight.
I mean, sure.
I guess. But I
guess. I know a lot of smokers and they are skinny.
So they probably just had like a lap belt in that car.
Yeah. Ugh, okay. Okay, so time for a little bit of truth versus
fact versus fiction.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so apparently Ford distanced themselves from this movie because of how it portrayed some of his characters.
What, Henry Ford II?
No. Okay. Leo Beebe. The guy we hated in this movie. Yeah. The part where I was like, "Why are you doing it?" and I'm yelling at the TV because of. Mm-hmm. None of that was true.
Oh, okay.
They made him the villain, but there really were no villains. I mean, the stupid photo finish, that was a thing. But
oh well, you need a villain.
The movie needs a villain, and so they chose Leo, even though that was completely made up.
I mean, I guess you can say Ferrari's the villain, but like they're so far detached. How do you make them the visible villain for the movie?
True. So apparently, the one race where they said he's not allowed to race, mm-hmm. he did race in that race, but the car broke down and he wasn't able to finish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So that's why. So that didn't happen. They did do the photo finish in there. And yes, they did wanted him to stop racing the car so hard because basically they were like, we only wanted to beat Ferrari, and Ferrari got knocked out of the race pretty early on. So there's like, well, we accomplished what we accomplished, and there's like, no,
No, win the race.
we need to win the race. You can say we beat you guys. We need to win the race. So they did want them to don't push the car so hard. Stupid. It's not like, you know what I mean. It's not like you can use this car for anything else.
Corporate people. I think we talked about this earlier this week.
Yes.
Yeah, corporate people are dumb.
Yes.
Like, I honestly, I don't know if it's the higher you get up in a company or something, but they're stupid. They make some of the dumbest decisions ever.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Yeah, just stupid.
Goodness.
Because even after you finish this race, like, so let's say there was another race, they got to rebuild the engine anyways. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Push the car.
Yeah. You know why they get dumb? Because making decisions solely on financial things, you make stupid decisions then.
True.
And that's why corporate people are dumb.
Yeah. And so then my last movie fact would be the scene that we did talk about where he takes Henry Ford and they're in LAX and they're driving the car. Did not happen.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm like, oh well. I enjoyed the scene.
It was a great scene.
Yeah.
But alright, didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Shame.
Yeah. So it seems like the part about the movie that got me so invested is the part that didn't happen.
Of course.
Yeah. So I do have some nitpicks, and it's kind of hard to nitpick a story that actually happened.
Yeah.
But I have some.
Okay.
One, to pick up where we left off about corporate.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning of the movie, everyone's on the assembly line, and he tells them to stop, and he's yelling at them about how the company is not doing as well, and we need to be more innovative, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's a you job.
Yeah, the people on the assembly line don't innovate anything, but he's talking about his dad who came up with, I guess, the assembly line production while he was working at Lincoln Electric. I don't remember what it was. But it's like, well, okay, you expect your employees at the bottom to innovate for your company?
Yeah. Yeah, like why like, dude, I screw on doors.
Yeah.
That's my job. If your company is failing, that's a you problem.
Well, don't you have engineers? That's their
apparently
job.
Not. That's why he went to Shell, because he didn't have no good engineers.
Yeah,
which is why the car was failing. Mm-hmm. Just dumb. Okay, so when he first goes to see Ken Miles, and they end up breaking his windshield. Yeah. So for them to have rules about your trunk size and all of that, he was allowed to race with a broken windshield?
I think they just let him go.
No. Okay.
But I do think that trunk size rule is dumb. Why do you care what size the trunk is? Is the engine in the trunk?
Yeah, it was stupid. I'm guessing.
I agreed with Ken Miles in that one. like you need a 20 by 20 trunk or something like that. I'm like, what's?
Yeah. Yeah, and so I guess the other one, this is small, but I noticed it. Everyone in the 60s basically had the same tie. Did you notice?
Yeah, of course.
I was just like, is there only one tie and one tie color in the whole?
Or maybe that's how we imagine the 60s.
Oh.
Everybody wears brown.
Maybe they saw one picture of a guy in the 60s and said, that's how everyone dressed.
Yeah. That's what we do, right? We see like some ancient archaeology stuff, and it's like, oh, this is how everyone in the past was.
Must be. Then the other ones, we did talk about them, just the constant interference and controlling the RPMs and all of this stuff. And I'm like, are you trying to lose?
Oh, especially in the Daytona.
Yeah.
Where it was like, I thought we were keeping it under 6,000, and it's like, yo, let him race.
Yeah, that's why I had the little sign like, keep going, push the car, because I'm like, yes, I want to win.
Yeah.
Don't tell me don't push my car. What's the purpose of me having a car if I'm not going to push it to the limit?
Again, it's only going to survive this race.
Exactly.
I mean, the engine, at least. You're going to replace that engine.
I mean, you'll be dumb if you try to use the same one over again.
Yes.
Not going to work. Yeah, so that was my last nitpick.
All right. So we're going to rate it then. Or, yes. we did everything. Yeah, so we're going to rate it. Mm-hmm. I give this 7.5 to 8. I liked it. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, I was thinking an 8. Derek, who is not here, gave it a 7.5. Yeah. I think that's an 8. I think it's like, as I was watching it, I was enjoying it more and more as I watched it.
Yeah.
And then even now, like, and then for a movie to make me look like, well, now I want to know more about it, you get bonus points for that.
You do. Yeah. I would say I saw the time on the movie and it was 2.5 hours.
Oh, really?
And I looked and I was like, 2.5 hours? I didn't want to watch the movie in the first place. And I'm like, I don't want to spend 2.5 hours watching this. But it didn't feel like 2.5 hours.
No, that is surprising to me that it was that long.
Yeah.
It didn't, honestly, it felt quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that it was 2.5 hours is very interesting. I'm like, it probably didn't need to be that long, but it didn't feel that long at all.
No, it didn't. So it was pretty good. Yeah. So altogether, I would say that's an 8 out of 10 from us, which is
I
pay for that. 9 and 10 is the best movie ever, right? Okay, so 8 out of 10, I would pay for that from 3D Rivals. Ford versus Ferrari. Surprising. If you like cars or whatever, even if you don't, I think this is probably a decent movie to watch. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching us, and make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more movies, and we will see you next time.